Alright guys, but it's Dragon here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a half block. Put your half block here, grab a half wedge down, put it right here, and then you wanna switch to a half wedge down one times two, put it right here in the middle. And then you wanna switch to a half triangle wedge, put it right here on the sides. And then you wanna and do this for it doesn't matter what engine you do it for, but that's your choice. And then you want to put two blocks right here, and then you want to go down to the wedges, and you want to put a pyramid wedge right here. And then let's do the other side now. Unless if you got ahead of me and been doing it from the start, but that's fine. But also, golf clap for you. I don't know what that was. I'm trying to make you laugh. And then we do that, and then we do, oops, wrong one. Do that, and then do that, and then like again. So remember, so what you did on this side, you can do on the other side as well. So you want to make sure that half block is in the middle. See, look, let me show you. Just in case if y'all get confused, look at this. This right here is the middle of the engine. So you want to make sure it's all in the middle. So if it's not, then fix it before you progress. All right. So if you need to, go back and fix it. Okay. I will wait. Everybody, let's patiently wait for that one viewer. Okay, he's back. All right. So then we're gonna we're gonna do the same thing on the little these nuts in your wait. Okay, so then we're gonna little these nuts in your mouth. Pardon me there. That was a bit rude. Then you want to grab a half, not a half, you want to grab a wedge 1 times 2 and put it right here. And no auction voice, you better stay in there. And you do it on the other side, it's not listening. And you want to grab, you want to grab a triangle wedge 1 times 3, 1 times 2. You want to put it on the sides, you can put it on the sides just like that. Yep. Diabetes. Yep. I mean, what? Yep. Put it on the side, and then go to your material, and you want to turn everything metal. Yep. And then and then you wanna go ahead and paint it. Oh no! I just messed up. No, that's okay. That's not okay. That's a tongue twister. Ah, okay. Or I was gonna say ow, like Michael Jackson, like Pikachu, Pika. So now what we're gonna do is before I progress any further, I want to clarify something. If you guys are making y'all's a different color, I have something to tell you. Big news. Y'all don't have. Why did I keep doing that? Why do I keep going? Y'all don't have to use the same color. For example, if y'all want to do a camo, you can use this camo. This one right here. You can do this camo. You can do this. You can do that. You can do that. You can do this. You can do like a lot of camos. Like you can do your own custom camo. You can do pitch white. You can do something like that. But yeah. You can and by the way, I love you guys, but you see this plane right here? The P-38 Lightning? I'm making that next. And if I'm gonna say this right now, I usually don't say this, but if it comes out really good, I will make it into a tutorial. Now remember, the size is gonna be kind of like this one, because it's gonna be like life size. I'm not, because like I want to be able to put a lot of detail into it, and you know, this is how I'm gonna do it. But after this build, I'm gonna start doing that. And if it does come out good, I will make it, or I will do a tutorial. That's the only way you'll find out. Because with actual, like, cause like with actual vehicles that were, you know, that were actually built and actually were, you know, like maybe like a, I'm not gonna do like an F-16. No, I tried making an 810 Warhawk, but it didn't really go so well. But that's okay. But more like old aircraft. I gotta take time and study them and stuff. It takes time, but for custom aircraft, you're gonna see a lot of those. There is a limit. I might do maybe 1 or 2 6-engine like bombers that are custom, but that are not like big as in like as the 39 or 29. But I'll probably make them to the point to where y'all can still at least have something that's similar to, you know, to my big bombers, because I don't want you, because if I give y'all, if I actually make, like, for example, if I was to make the B-39 a tutorial, you know the VTOL one that's on my channel, that's on this channel, and if multiple people were to build it, and if they were all, and if all those people were to spawn in a public server all at once, it would probably cause a lot of lag. So yeah, and I also have other aircraft coming, and submarines I'm pretty good at doing. I'm not good at boats and ships. I'm good at tanks. Helis somewhat, well, yeah, but it's basically like a surprise with this channel. I usually don't tell you anything, but you want to grab a 1x2 wedge, put it right there on the side, and then do the other, side as well, and we'll go ahead and do the other side. Yes, my good sir, yes, and then we wanna put it right there. Yes, and now watch it down on here. I don't know. And then you want to grab a half wedge down 1x3. And then, my good sir, you want to put your half wedge down like that. And then you want to flip it around and put it like that. Yes. Very exquisite. Very beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Have your pinky out while you're at it too. Yes. Yes. Mamma mia. And then you go ahead and, what did I say that? I don't know. But then you want to remove that half wedge, that wedge that you put down. So now you only have this. Then do the same thing on the other side. And then, voila. After you have that, do the other side as well, my good sir. Yes. May I interest you in some delectable chocolates that will probably give you diarrhea in the next 52 minutes? No? Take it anyways. Okay, so then you wanna, after you have done that, and after you have had your diarrhea explosive daily dose, don't think about that, please. You can now go to the hospital. So, then, we're gonna grab, we're gonna go down to the wedges. We're gonna go down to the wedges two. We're gonna grab a triangle wedge block 1x3, and we're gonna put it down like so. And then we're going to put the half triangle wedge down like so on the sides. Beautiful. Hold up, that's not right. I messed up. That's okay. That's okay, everybody. Let's fix that. Okay. Seriously, though, let's fix that. I messed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this right here. And I'm going to remove this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your wing panels. And you're going to put a half block right here, put a half block here, and then put a half block here and a half block here, and then you're gonna go ahead and remove this. So you're basically just gonna move the bombs over one. So So for a lot of you guys, you're gonna have to. For a lot of you guys, you're gonna have to use a. You're gonna actually have to rebuild the bombs. For me, on the other hand, I can just use this. It squished me. So what you're gonna have to do is, yes, you are gonna have to, because like if you're not in a private server, and like if you don't own the Game Pass for this, for like this, then you're gonna have to either rebuild it. But if you do have access to someone's private server, like a friend's private server, you can go in there and it'll be free for you only in that private server. Only in a private server it'll be free, and you can use it. But if you don't, then you're gonna have to redo the bombs exactly how they were. All you have to do, and look, it's not stressful. All you have to do is just move them over. It's not hard. Don't stress out, I promise you. But once you just get that out of the way real quick, and then it'll be fine, handy dandy. It'll be all over with, I promise. Hey, get back here. He's escaping. Hey, get back here. You stay right there, mister. No. Okay, there we go. So so this is what this is what the bombs are supposed to look like on the wings, like right here. Now, once you get them like fixed, you can go ahead and just seal it up like this. And then let's go ahead and do the other side as well. Go ahead and do this side. Welcome to the west side. I don't listen to that music, but hey, still good music though. Stay. Okay, good. It's like I'm talking to a dog. It's like stay. Bad boy. It's like stay. It's like It's like, what did I do? Everything. Okay, so after you've done that thingy, you are now able to put everything back. Like you're able to put the half blocks there, and then you can just put your wings back. Now I will say this: you guys are also gonna see like different games. Like you're gonna see you're because like I'm gonna have playlists. You're gonna see Black Hawk Race Condition 5 soon. You're gonna see War. I don't know about War Thunder because War Thunder Enlisted and War Tanks both go on my main channel. Now, you might see those a little bit like if it's extra like stuff or like if I'm really bored. But if I'm like really bored, I might, but there's no guarantee. Okay, so after you fix that, go ahead and save it. And you don't have to spawn in. If you want to, you can though. And then we're gonna go ahead and make this stuff metal real quick. Man, I'm excited to get this thing done. I wouldn't even believe it. And we're going to paint it. Oh, I forgot. I forgot the other side too, because I remembered the. Yeah, let's do the other side as well. So we're gonna go down to the wedges too, and then put that there, and then go down to the. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot to say it. Wedges 2, triangle wedge block. Make sure you don't have it 1x3. If you haven't done the other side already, if you have already done the other side, then good job. Means you're caught up. Then you want to grab a half triangle wedge, and then yeah, and then go ahead and there you go. But I am so sorry about that. I did not realize that was messed up. That is my bad. I'm so glad I realized it. But I wouldn't have realized it if it wasn't for the engine being right there. Well, I mean for the bomb being in the way of the engine. And then this part actually I believe is actually a beam. This is how it goes. So you want to follow my pattern. So you want to do half block, and then you want to switch to a half beam, and then you want to go ahead and switch back to a half block. So you want to put one more half block right there, and then you're gonna switch to a half wedge down, one by one. I mean a half. It's just a half wedge down, and you're gonna go ahead and fill it up like so. And then do this part right here. Do 3 of them on the bottom as well. Okay, so be 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll do 2 more, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure it should look like that. Let me double check. Okay, so then you're gonna switch to a half block. I mean a half beam. Put the half beam there, and then you want to put another one right there, and then do that, and then do that, and then you want to grab a half wedge down, put it right here. And then grab a half block and put it. Excuse me. I didn't mean to burp in your face. Pardon me. That was just good. That was rude of me. I am so sorry. My apologies. Please forgive me. And if you don't, then I understand. So then after you've done your half block, like after you put your half block right here on both sides, you can do the other side if you want. If you want to do it right now, you can. But I recommend you not doing it right now, because we're about to put some stuff down. Then we're gonna grab a half wedge down, which is right here. So we're gonna do half wedge down, and then I'm pretty sure it's gonna be half wedge. Yeah, half wedge down. Yeah, and then it would be a block. It would be a half block on both ends, I believe. But let me double check. Yeah, on both ends. And then it will be half wedge up. You're gonna want to make sure half wedge up is like this on both sides. Look at that. Look at the engine coming into play. Oh, look at that beautiful thing. Ooh. Sorry. It's just beautiful. It's just making me kind of cry. And then you want to go to triangle wedge 1 times 3 and put it right here on the bottom on both sides. And then you want to grab a you want to grab a wedge one. I think it's a 1 times 3. Let me double check. Where's that at? There it is. Yeah, it's a 1 times 3. Yeah, so you want to put a 1 times 3 right yonder, my friends, right yonder. And then you're gonna grab a wedge. So you're gonna switch to a normal wedge. Put it right there. Oops, not right there. Right there. Then you're gonna grab a normal block. I believe it's a normal block, but we're just gonna put a normal block right here on the 2 sides just for now. And if it's not, then we'll go back and we'll change it. But it should be. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're good. Okay, so then you want to grab a half wedge down, just a half wedge down, and put it right. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna go to the block. So you're gonna put a block here, and then you're gonna go down to the half wedge down and put it right here, and then you're gonna put another half wedge down like this. Then you're gonna grab a half block again. I was about to say half wedge block, which doesn't make no sense. Then you can put it in the middle, I believe. Let's see if I'm correct. I'm correct. Yay! They're probably thinking like, "Are you good?" Yes, I'm really excited to get this done. Because I'm excited because you guys probably want to get it done. I'm happy. I'm happy I get this done so I can work on the other planes. I got a lot of things to do for you guys. And then you want to go down to the wedges. Grab this block right here, a full half wedge. And then you want to go ahead and you want to do what I'm doing. So I'm going to do 1, 2. And then you're going, and remember, we're not doing the other engine just yet, but okay, how about this? Whenever I say, go do the other engine, go do the other engine. Alright? Unless if you already started. But, then you're going to put a block in the middle, so you're going to make sure it looks like this. And then, we're going to take and after that, go do it. Go do the other engine. Go do it. Come on. Go do it. Alright, let's do the other engine. So, repeat that process. So, if you get confused, just look at my screen. I mean, not like my screen, but look at the video. Sorry, that's yeah. You know what I meant. And then, like that. You don't have to flip around your beam like that. I just do that because oops, my bad. It just helps. And grab a half wedge up. I'm pretty sure. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then half wedge up, and then half block. Wedge up. And then half wedge down. And then triangle wedge. And then half block, half block, half block, half block, half beam, half block. Oops, my bad. Half beam and then half block. Okay, and then half block, half block, and then half wedge down, and then Whew, bless me. And if anyone comments or about watch, or if anyone said bless you in the comments or just are out loud when they heard that, thank you. And then do a half, and then do a wedge like that, and go up to the blocks, and then put a block here and here and here, and then grab a half wedge down, put it right here, put another one right here, and then grab a half block, put it right here. Half block, and then put a block right there in the middle. Go down to the wedges, grab a full half wedge, and put on the sides, and then you should be complete with both. You should be caught up now. Okay, so if we're caught up now. If we're caught up, then now let's move on to the next step, which is turning the parts that are not metal and coloring them the proper colors. So let's go ahead and do that. Almost there. Getting closer by the second and the minute. And let's go ahead and do the other engine. Actually, I forgot, I can just whoop. I can just do that. I keep forgetting. Alright, now let's go ahead and paint. I believe it to be yes, it would be. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's that engine. It's almost done because we gotta get the landing gear doors and all the rockets that are in there. That also help. Push the thrust. But don't worry, we're about to get there. I promise. As long as y'all don't, as long as you guys are keeping, as long as you are taking breaks like I ask, because I know I don't say this that much, but I'm gonna be saying this from now on in my tutorial, especially if they're really especially if they're gonna take a while, because like if the tutorial puts stress on me while I'm doing it, I'm gonna make sure that I tell you to take a break. Like I want y'all to remember this from now on. Every time I make a tutorial, it doesn't matter if that tutorial is custom or a real life vehicle from history. Now, I can try doing some jets, but I'm not. I could try doing the A10, but you guys gotta give my brain some time to study it. Like I love that plane. That thing's amazing. But for now, I'm just gonna stick with some custom aircraft. I will do custom jets, Like I'll try to make some custom jets for you guys if y'all want. Just let me know. Just let me know like how many engines it can have. But the thing is, it's gonna be like a surprise. You're not gonna know until it's out. But I can do some like I can do like special like tutorials for like for if y'all ask nicely I could do it, but like y'all can like you have to give me description in the comments of like what you want, like how many engines. But actually no, for now let's just leave it how it is. Just for now let's leave it how it is. But just remember that there will be limits, and eventually I will try to do some jets in the future. It's just they may not be like an F-16 or A-10. It may be like a hybrid, kind of like this one is. Trust me, it's hybrid. Okay. So now, after you've gotten that done, but I don't think I finished my sentence about the taking breaks. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is, from now on, whenever you see any of my tutorials, rather if they're custom or not custom, please don't stress yourself out and take breaks, because my builds are not Roblox scale size. They're meant to be life sized. That's why they're meant to be. Like, if this plane existed in real life, it would be a lot. It would be like 5 times. It would be like maybe like 2 to 3, maybe like 2 to 3, maybe like either 2.5 or 3.5 times bigger than the A-20 Havoc, Douglas. So, but it would make sense. Like, as you can if you look at this plane right now, your character is like look at that. Your character to this plane is small. But if this was like human scale, the average human would probably be like right here. Maybe. Does that make sense? So, yeah, they're meant to be life size, like like how we are. So, learned something new today. And I'm really good at it too, especially when it comes to the big planes. They're huge, and I mean they're huge, and they're scary, but they are cool. But I'm not making the biggest one in the tutorial for you, which you'll see eventually when it's done. But you want to grab a motor 2. You want to make sure. I think it's facing. That is the wrong engine. Okay, it is. Yeah. So you want to go. You can do either engine, but we're gonna do the right engine first. You want to make sure it's facing like this. So you want to make sure they're facing like this, and then go ahead and do the other side as well, because we're gonna get this. So now let's go ahead and paint the motors, my friends. Yes, indeed. And then okay, so this is going to be for the left side. So your so your keybind. Okay, so this is what's going to be. So your speed is going to be, and also, by the way, before I say this, no pun intended, because I know someone's going to say it. No pun intended. I'm not saying this as a joke, because I don't find this funny, because I don't know what it means and I don't care. And if you get upset by that, I'm fine with that, because I really don't understand it, and I don't want to. It's just I do my own thing, is what I'm saying. So if you get mad at me or upset about it, then just try not to, okay? But no pun intended. Your speed's gonna be 0.672. That's why I said no pun intended. Your max tolerance, or I mean your max torque, is gonna be 1,000. Your max angle is gonna be 90. This is this will be for the left engine on. This will be for your left engine on the motor that's on the left. That's on the left side. That's like right here. Your tolerance will be at 1. Make sure you have servo and toggle on, and then your backwards key is gonna be keypad 1. And then if you have a keyboard that does not have the number of keypads, then use something else. And your forward key would be delete. And then you can copy that, and then you can paste it onto the other engine, or I mean onto the other motor. And then when you do that, all you have to do is make your backwards key delete and your forwards key keypad 1. Now again, if you don't have those keypad numbers, that's okay. Now, for your for the other engine, I believe, like, for the other engine, let me load up this one. So, okay, so for your left motor on the right engine, it's gonna be so on the left motor, your button's gonna be backwards gonna be keypad 1, and the forwards gonna be delete, and obviously everything else should be the same, you know, all this. And then your other one will be reversed, so your backwards key would be delete and your forwards key would be keypad 1. Again, if you don't have the number keypads, that's okay. You can use if you have like you can like use maybe 3 or 4 for the landing gear doors. You can do that, like, you know, the number 3 or number 4, but you can use number 3 if you need to. Or you can use, like, anything that's not being used, you can use it, but but you shouldn't run into that problem, I hope not. But then you're going to want to go up to the you want to go up to the quarter wedge, and you're going to take quarter wedge, and you're going to put, let's do the right engine first. You're going to do the left engine. You're going to do 1, 2, so you can do 2 like that. And then you're going to grab a half wedge, I think it's a half wedge up. Yeah, you're going to put a half wedge up here, on right here. And then you want to grab a full half wedge. It's like right there. And then you want to go back to the quarter wedge, and you want to put it right here. Now, I'm hoping I didn't offend anybody by that. I kind of did sound aggressive, so please, I hope you didn't get offended by that. But I wasn't trying to, like, upset you guys. I just don't really find that funny, because you know, it's not because my humor is broken, it's just because I do my own things, you know. So don't mind that. It's just I don't want someone in the comments saying that, and then it gets too annoying. So yeah. But you're good at other than that. You could say, like, I don't care if you say it. It's just don't spam it, is what I'm saying. Because I don't want you spamming. If you spam it, I'm going to have to, you know, make to where you can't see my videos no more. So please, don't spam it. That's all I ask. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you want to grab a half wedge down, and you want to put it right here. You want to do 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you want to grab a half wedge up, and then you want to do 1, 2, 3, and so you're gonna want to flip your half wedge up like this, and do 1, 2, 3, and then you want to flip around to the other side, and you want to do 2 of them like that, and there you go. So now that's good to go and that's ready to go. And now let's go ahead and paint it, and then after we're done painting it, we'll turn it metal. And then after it's turned metal, let's go ahead and do the other side now. Okay, we're gonna repeat the same process, but on the other engine. So don't get confused. Half wedge up, right here. I'm still gonna, I'm gonna like say it under my breath a little bit, just in case if you need it. Full half wedge up. But I'm also talking to myself when I'm doing that. But I'm also talking to you at the same time. But I'm mostly talking to myself. So when I'm doing this, when I'm like mumbling under my breath a little bit. But 50% of it's going to you, and the rest of it's also is going to me, so I don't forget. Quarter wedge right here, and then you want to grab a half wedge down, which that part right there was to you, because I said and then you want to grab. So if I don't say that, then that's towards me. So you want to do 5 of them. That's to y'all, but you guys should already know that. And then you want to go ahead and grab a half wedge down, do the same pattern just like you did with the other side. Or did I say half wedge down? If I did, I'm sorry, I'm going to say half wedge up. And then go ahead and turn that metal just like you did with the other side, and go ahead and paint it. And once you have painted it, once you have turned it metal and then painted it, we can move on to the next step, which is the inside of the engines. Actually, no, the next step would actually be the testing the thing. So let's go ahead and save it real quick. So go ahead and save it and go ahead and spawn in. Okay, when you spawn in, let's go ahead and test it. So since we're now spawned in, let's put our landing gear up. And let's go ahead and press the key button that's meant for it, which for PC players, it would be keypad 1. For mobile players, probably be the same thing, unless if you want to change it, but that's your choice. Or you can, unless if you've already been doing that. But again, mobile players, I don't know if you're gonna be able to fly this, but I'm not gonna say no to y'all, because you're allowed to build it. But again, I will still try to make it. Like I said, I think it was in part 6 or 5. I don't know which one, but I don't really care about that. All I care about is saying it again. Is I will try to make a plane that is simple for you. That's like this, that is in this size. That is obviously life size, but where it's not too many buttons. Because I don't know. I think this one has a good amount of buttons, but I want to make sure that you guys have something that's simple to fly. So you can have fun with. You don't have to like worry about it. I know for mobile it might take a bit longer, but that's the reason why I'm gonna try to make a plane that that like it still has all of this, but maybe not like a too much, but where you can still enjoy it. But I don't know when I'm gonna do that. I might try that with a P-39 fighter. The P-39, this one right here. I might do that. I've built this one. I built the P400, but I'll build a P400 later, and then I'll try doing this one. I'm gonna try doing that for you guys, for people who are mobile, only for y'all. So you're all welcome. And then go ahead and turn on your engines, make sure they work. If they work, then you know that you are doing excellent. And go ahead and deploy your flaps. Make sure those work. What was that? Did y'all see that? Or is that just me? Did those flaps just go like did they just like wobble, or maybe it was just me? Okay, so if that works, go ahead and open your bomb bay. Nope, there we go. And then we can extend the bombs, make sure those work. Those do, and we're going to test the rudder. So test your rudder real quick. So it does. Okay, it works. Okay, good. Your gunner, does it work? Yes, it does. Or mine does. I don't know about y'all's. Y'all's better do. If it doesn't, y'all need to go and recheck and see what you did wrong. Your hatch, make sure that works. And then there's your drive. I wasn't scared, I swear. I probably scared you more than that. me screaming in the mic like that probably. Yeah. Also, I want you to know something. whenever you spawn this thing in, and whenever you have it, like, since it's anchored, do not turn your gyro on when it's anchored, because, like, when you spawn in and do that, because it will do what you just saw. It's funny, but it's also scary, because it can also ruin the plane as well. So if it does that, and if something messes up on the plane, you're gonna have to respawn, which is fine, but also at the same time it's not. So just be careful whenever you do that. That's why the gyro is not powered on. That's why it's not. That's why the thing is powered off. That's why I have it like that. Because if it was, it would mess with it. Or worse, it could glitch out. So, all right. So obviously you don't have to worry about this, because this is like already done, like in the front of the engine. So I'm gonna have to cut this in half. Hold on, give me a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna just cut the top part, so I don't have to, like, because it'd be really easy for me. Don't remove. Oh, by the way, don't remove anything I'm doing. Okay, don't. Just wait, because, like, this is gonna be unedited and everything. So please don't touch anything. Please don't mess with anything. I beg of you, do not mess with anything. And by the way, your engine, the design of the engine is done. Is done. All you need is your landing gear and all this, which we're gonna get right now. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove this. But yeah, but please do not remove anything. Now remember, if you do not have speakers, just do blocks. But if you have speakers, then you can put them down. You're probably thinking, bro, that is a lot of speakers. I know. If you guys want the sounds for the speakers, let me know in the comments, and I will make a separate video dedicated only to the speakers, and you can look at this. You can watch the video, and then you can get them. I'll do that, but I'm not doing this video because I don't want to. It just takes too much, and I don't have that much time, and I just want to finish. So what we're gonna do is, okay, so we're gonna remove this block right here on both sides real quick, and you know that this block, the 1 times 0.9, you want to make sure that you want to make sure you're building. Okay, no. Let's go. Let's do something different. Or no. Okay, so my building arrow is pointing upwards, and it's like this. So I don't know if it's gonna be different for you guys, but if it is, because like you see this right here, you see that little gap. So you got to look for that little gap, and when you find that little gap, I need you to do me one simple favor, and especially if it's someone who already knows how to play the game, like maybe one of my friends, like maybe like someone who's watching, maybe, I don't know, I'm not gonna say their names, but I know you're probably gonna get to this point in the tutorial, but when you do, you obviously are gonna know you already know what to do. But so for the people who don't know, who are new, this block, it's not a full block, as you can tell, because it's like, you see, it's like there's like a little gap. So if you don't have the building arrow on, if you're confused, all you have to do is like put it against the block until you see that little gap right there. You see that right there. So once you get that, just put it down, and it should be good. Or if that doesn't work, then just grab a cylinder, and you can put the cylinder there like this, and it would work too. But because like you see the building arrow, because you see on this side the building arrow is down. It's weird. So because I'm just saying, because I don't know if it's gonna be different for everybody else, and it probably will be, even if you have your building arrow on or not. But if you don't have your building arrow, that's basically how you can tell. Like, that's how you can tell where that, because this part right here, this is the front of the block. This part is the front of the block. The other parts are just like the other sides of the block, but this is like the front. So whenever you find the front, which is the part that has which is like a little bit, has just like a little bit taken off, and so other blocks don't get like stuck onto it, then you should know how to place it down. But if you need to put a cylinder there, you can. It shouldn't be that hard, though. Even though I probably made it sound a lot, 20 times harder, but I'm sorry about that if I did. Okay, so I did try using compression lock, with this, and it didn't really work out so well. So we're just gonna use motors. So you're gonna grab a motor, and you're gonna turn off powered and turn on lock. Now, the Mu-25's landing gear is like on the back is actually lowered a bit. So you're gonna put it like this, and it should look like this. But that's just how the landing gear is, because without it, then the front wheel is gonna break, and I mean like it's gonna bust, and then that's gonna cost you like over $70,000. No, $750,000 if it was an actual aircraft, because there's, yeah, the engines would cost over $950,000 each for both, like both. So that's in the millions at that point. So yeah, you're probably thinking, are you serious? Yes. The Mu-25 itself, like the whole package itself, would cost over $5 million. No, 1,000,005. No, 1 million. It would cost over, yeah, it cost over $5 million because the plane's expensive. But this thing ain't real, so you're good. Yet. I mean, I didn't say anything. So then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a super rocket engine, and I'm pretty sure these are all super rockets. Let me go ahead and don't do what I'm doing. Okay, so grab a super rocket engine, and you want to go inside the engine. Get ready, because you might get trapped, so get ready. So I'm pretty sure, hold on, this is the part that's confusing me. So you want to put your first super rocket engine right here, and then another one right in front of that. And then you want to go ahead and, let me go inside the engine so it's a bit easier for you guys to see. And then you want to do one right here, and then I believe there's 3 on the top. Yes, there is. Okay, so you want to make sure you do it right. So you're gonna go to your blocks. You're gonna put a block here. You're gonna put 3 blocks there, and you're gonna paint them and turn them metal. Let's do the other engine too. Alright, before we forget. And I don't mean to talk so much. It's just all the stuff that I'm saying is really important, and I really want y'all need to know this, even if it's not important to you. But we can do that, because that should look. Yep, that's how it should look. And then you're gonna go ahead and do another one. Sorry. One like that. Then you're gonna do someone on the top like that. So you're gonna do 3 of those, and then I'm gonna do this engine. And then do 3 more like that. So should look from inside the engine it should look like this. But from the outside it should look like this. But you're obviously not gonna be able to see it because it's gonna be blocked off from the outside. Go ahead and do this one. And then grab your I did not mean to make that glass. I mean metal. I didn't realize that till now. There you go, it's fixed. Okay, then you're going to want to go to your blocks. Now again, if you have speakers, then you can put speakers there. But you're going to put blocks right here. And then you're going to put a block here. Because this part I got to be careful on here. And you're going to do the other side. Now, if you have speakers, this is how it's going to go for this engine. You're going to put, so if you have speakers, you're going to do speaker, 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 and then 3 speakers above that. So 1, 2, 3, like that. So if you have speakers, that's how it's going to go. But if you don't have speakers, you're going to do, instead of speakers, you're going to do block, block, block. You're going to do a block, a block, a block, 1 block here, and then a block here. But let me go ahead and remove these because I almost forgot something. So let's go ahead and turn this metal before we forget. Again, color that. And then we're going to make this green. And we'll turn that green as well. And then you can go ahead and put your speakers back for the people who have speakers. But if you don't have speakers, then just put the blocks there, which that's what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to do blocks. And then you're going to make them not green, you're going to make them, actually no, are they green? No, they're not. You're gonna make, just color the blocks green. And then for this, you're not gonna put a block here because they'll get stuck. You're just gonna put a half block there, paint it green, and then obviously you're gonna do that. So it's gonna be like that. So that's what's gonna look like. Because if you have no speakers, that's what's gonna look like. But if you have speakers, you already know what to do. So you're welcome. And then right below that rocket, I believe, is a cylinder. Yes, it is. It is a cylinder. Okay. Because this is why I got to be careful, because there's people out there that don't have that game passed, and I know a lot of y'all don't, especially if you're new players. And I want to make sure you guys don't get confused. So again, like I said, just listen to me and you'll all be good. So you want to put a cylinder here and then another block here, I believe. Let me double check. If I'm wrong, then I'll fix it. No, I'm not. Okay, good. So after you've done that on the first engine, let's go ahead and do that carefully on the other engine. Alright, so again, turn this into metal and go ahead and paint that, and then let's see, where's it at? Found it. Okay, so then we're going to paint it green like so, and then we are going to take a half block, put it here, and then you're going to take and put your blocks up there like that. Because for the left engine, for the right engine, it's going to be reversed. Because your motor is going to be over here. So it's so they're even. If that makes any sense. Then we'll take another block, another one, put it right here. Make this metal. Turn that green, and turn that color. You're probably thinking, why don't you just turn that green and like so it matches? Reasons. You can if you want, just make sure you don't turn the outside green, okay? That's why. Because the engines are a bit more tight spaced, so there's not really much you can do with the interior of the engines. Oh no, you can do a bit more, but I would not recommend messing with it. The only way you can mess with it is if I say so. So, and then this other side I'm pretty sure is, yep, okay. So again, you're gonna do a block here, and then you're gonna do a cylinder like so, and then sorry about that, like that, voila. Now let's go ahead and get the landing gear color, which will be 77, 77, 77. So you're gonna paint the motors that color. And then you're gonna go and let me see what else this is. Okay, so you're gonna grab a quarter wedge. You're gonna half block, grab a quarter wedge, and you're gonna put it on top of that motor right here. So you do one right here. Oh wait, hold on. I think I messed up. Yes, I did. My bad. Okay, you're gonna put it right here, and you want to go ahead and move your motors up. So like this. Not like that. So again, if you don't have that game pass, then just all you gotta do is simply just remove the motors and then put them where they're supposed to be. Sorry about that. Again, I realized that I messed up, so I fixed it. So after you have fixed that issue, you can now turn that little guy metal that's up there. Make sure he gets a nice lovely paint job on there, and then we're gonna grab a motor 2, put your motor 2 right there, and then go on the other engine and do the same thing, but flip it around like so, like that. Go ahead and color it, because everything I do has to fit in at least with the plane. Because not a lot of the blocks that I put on my builds, a lot of them get colored. A lot of them get recolored, even if it's a disconnector, but not all the time. Not recently, but that's fine. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we are gonna do the motors. We're gonna do the settings for the motor, and we're gonna grab, or not gonna grab, but my bad. Sorry, having deja vu or something like that. And so your keybind for your okay, so the settings for your motor 2 that's on the left engine will be G is okay, I mean not G, backwards is G, forwards is delete. Your speed is going to be at 1, your max torque at 500, your max angle at 90, your tolerance is at 1, and make sure you have servo and toggle checked on. Make sure you have those two on. And once you've done that, you're gonna copy it, and you're gonna go to the other motor and you're gonna paste it. But all you're gonna do is you're gonna make your backwards delete and you're gonna make your forwards G. So whenever you go to your right engine, the motor 2 on the right engine for your landing gear, is all you have to do is paste it, and then all you have to do is only thing you have to change is the keybinds. You just have to flip them around. So backwards would be delete and forwards would be G. I said it twice just to make sure you guys understand and make sure you guys know what to do. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to save it real quick and we're going to test it. So we're going to save it and you're going to spawn in, and when you're I forgot I removed, that's fine. And then you're going to test the landing gear and make sure it goes up. If it goes up properly, like if that goes up like so, bring it back down. If it does that, that means you've done it right. You can go ahead and despawn, and let's now go ahead and get the gear in. Man, oh, this is an hour long. I don't know if Clipchamp will let me to actually upload this. I hope it does. Because I was going to put this part with the other part, but, I don't know. Because if I do in CapCut, CapCut's going to give me hell. So that's why I'm not doing CapCut. I'm only doing CapCut for the thumbnails. That's the only thing I'm doing until CapCut straightens up. That's the only way. Okay, then we want to grab a grab a piston and put your piston right here, and then I put it like right there, and then grab a half block and put it right there on the piston. Now your keybind for your piston, so you're gonna go to this piston right here, and you're just gonna copy it and paste it onto the other one, or onto these other two right here. And that's all you gotta do. Wait, no, wait, hold on. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so that's all you have to do, and then you're good. And then you can go and paint that, and then turn that half block metal. And after you've done that, you're gonna want to go down to your gear section, grab a suspension where it's at others. It's gonna be the first block in other. So you're gonna put a suspension right here, and then right here, and then you're gonna do the other side. Now your suspension is gonna be the same thing, just like these up here. So you're just gonna copy it and paste it. So just copy it and paste it onto these. And then you're gonna go ahead and paint the springs black so they match. And then you're gonna go ahead and paint this part that's white. You're gonna paint it the same color as the landing gear. And then you're going to go to a half wedge up, I believe. Yes, a half wedge up. You're gonna go a half wedge up, and you're gonna put one right here and flip it around, put it one right here and do the other side, flip it, yeah, okay, and you're gonna flip that around and do that, and then you're gonna grab a motor, just a regular motor, and you're going to go to your purple screwdriver, and you're gonna click powered, so you know it's not powered on, and you're gonna put one right here and then one right here and do the other side. And then once you've done that, you're gonna go to the cylinders, and then you're gonna grab a cylinder 3x3, put it in the middle right there, and then you're going to go ahead and paint your motors, like the half block and all that. Just not the wheel. Don't paint the wheel. Paint it black, actually. Paint the wheel black, and then you're gonna go to material. You're gonna make your little half wedged ups a metal. And then you're gonna make your wheel. You're gonna make the wheel. You're gonna make it fabric. So you're gonna go to fabric. So it's like so it doesn't. So it has like a. It has a traction and all that, or whatever. And you're gonna make your wheels fabric. And then you're gonna go ahead and save your build again. And then you're going to spawn in. And go ahead and test your landing gear. Oh, that's not connected. Oh crap, my bad. My bad, did we not connect that? That is my fault. Hold on, let's go connect that. Why are you not connected? Okay, you clearly are connected. For you guys, it should be. There's probably just a glitch for me. Okay, let me save that. Okay, now let's spawn in. Okay, test your landing gear. Okay, yeah, that can happen. So, okay, test your landing gear. Wait, hold on, I gotta. Okay, do that so your suspension goes in. And then now test your landing gear. Okay, and then shut your landing gear doors. Make sure they shut with ease. And if they shut with ease, you can turn on your engines. You know, you can see them roll. You can see them start spinning. And I'll go ahead and lower your landing gear doors again, or I mean lower them now, and then now bring your landing gear out, and now go ahead and unanchor, and let's see. No, not the turret. Hold on. Did we get the Oh, we did. Okay, so there's something wrong here. If the plane is not tail heavy, I mean if the plane is not nose heavy, then that means there's something wrong here. What about in here? What about this? Ballast. Okay, so that's 10. Okay, so if you've done that successfully, the engines should be done. But let's go ahead and spawn that back in one more time to make sure it's nose heavy, because I gotta double make sure that it is nose heavy. Oh great, now it's Uno reversed. You gotta make sure it works. If it doesn't work, there's something wrong with the plane. No, turret, stop it. I don't like you, turret. I don't like you right now. Okay. Hold on, this is stuck on my wing. Alright. Now let's go back up in there. It should be tail heavy. I mean, it should be nose heavy. Like mine. If yours is nose heavy, go ahead and try taxiing. And now the plane is able to taxi with one engine. So use your keys to taxi. You know, the keys that are meant to taxi. And by the way, if you notice, I have my mouse pointing down. So because like if you point your mouse up, it will start becoming tail heavy. So make sure you keep your thing down so you can actually stay on the ground, just like mine. And if you want to extend your suspension, just go ahead and do that, and then you know let it like level, let it do its thing. Just make sure you don't get tail heavy, or you can flip, and that should help. And then now your plane is a lot taller. Oh, you guys are killing my game. And if that works, then that's basically. Then there you go, you have your landing gear. But whenever you take off, make sure you retract your suspension, and then you know. And there you go, you now have your working landing gear. Well, I will see you guys in the last final part. So this is gonna be part 7. I would do it, like I would finish it right now, but I don't want to take the chance, so yeah, I'll see you in a little bit.